How's it going, guys and gals? It's Elderofwoe picking back up where we left off. We're about to enter the labyrinth. I have not done any leveling. I'm still level 35, so not much higher than the recommended level. We're gonna come in and try and do this. I usually tend to level a little bit more. Sometimes I'll play through a portion of the act we're in and get myself leveled up. Uh, again, go check out PoE Lab. Right now, it's gonna be more or less a straight shot. So yeah. And I've done most of these puzzles and stuff, so I usually don't really rely on it myself. But early on, when you haven't done any of these, it's a really good resource. Also, these places are great for getting some decent gear early on. So don't ever sleep on the labyrinth as far as that goes. Our damage should be, decent for here. We just have to be cautious. You will run into traps here, different types of different types of trap combinations, and so you just gotta make sure to keep an eye out. I usually like to explore everything on the outside of an area before I go inside of an area. So there's usually stuff like this. We have a silk robe right here. It's level 32. That is much better than what we have there, and it's a 4-socket. We'll take it. We will have an opportunity to put up equipment and save it, so we'll do that when we get to there. I doubt we're going to come across a whole ton of equipment. If we do, I can always just get rid of some stuff that I have on me. But see, we just finished more or less exploring the outside area. Labyrinth can take a bit of time, depending on how you look at it. If you're just trying to push through, it won't take that long. But if you want to explore and try and get some gear and all sorts of stuff like that, it will take a little bit more time. Let's see what we have. Nothing great. Let's see, spell damage, critical strike. Nothing great. You have to be pretty particular when it comes to equipment that you keep. This is not bad at low levels, but as you can see, the base for this one is already better. I don't really need it. These we'll get a chromatic orbs from them. There are reasons to keep iron rings and leather belts with good life rolls we can actually use. Doubt we're gonna use that. And same for that. Okay. And I mean, sometimes you don't have to be particular. You can just grab everything. But me, I tend to be a little particular, especially as we're leveling up. I want to have as much room as possible for gear that I can actually use. So there's a trap right there. Here goes one of our old buddy traps right here. See, and those traps, they're called blade sentries. So blade sentries can be a pain. As you can see, there's a line right here, right? Why is there a line there? That's the question. These are another set of traps. Look at that. That's painful. This is painful. Things to look for, like if you're not using PoE Lab. So decorative chest, that would basically help you get rid of a negative effect when fighting the boss. It's a good thing. You can. So I'm probably not gonna pick it up. I'm just gonna show y'all. Bane of the Loyal. The next lieutenant you hit will be killed instantly. So more than likely, we're not more than likely, we will go up against the lieutenant, or the lieutenants when we face the boss, at least for the first time. and all of these get added on as you progress through. So at the very last labyrinth, you face everything, or the last boss fight. You fight the boss 3 times total. So me, I like to kind of work my way to the side. Let's see, if we come up here, you can see that there's already something gonna pop up. This leads out, so I don't want to leave just yet. So let's come over here. Okay, so this is one of the simpler. Let me see. Let me clear out this area first. Okay, so that's locked. Can't get in there. Okay, that's the next area. Let's make sure we clear this whole area first before I do anything else. Large hybrid flasks. Those are kind of cool to have if you need to be recovering mana and life. Yeah, let's clear out all this area. Okay, so that's more or less the area cleared out, I believe. I mean, of course, chests are worth popping. You never know what you're gonna get out of them. They are completely random. So, it's a good thing to pop them. Let's see what else. I think that's the area, so let's go ahead and head up here and I'll show y'all this. It's not a trap per se, it's just a puzzle. So, that's the order you're gonna want to go: fire, lightning, ice. So, as you can see, all of these will go off assuming you step on the wrong one. So remember, fire, lightning, ice. So we gotta look for that pattern. So fire, lightning, ice. Fire, lightning, ice. Fire, lightning, ice. Fire, lightning, ice. And then fire. And that's it. It opens up the door once you pass there. Open up the labyrinth trove when you get here. Get something. It's random what it is. It can be any kind of item. It can be rares. It can be armor pieces, etc. So totally worth doing. It makes it, it's pretty simple. This comes, here's the exit right here. Don't have to walk all the way through it again. It's pretty easy. And let's see, elemental focus. That'll give us more damage. This area. More than likely we'll come across the door, leading to the next area. Okay, we'll go in there in a second. That probably leads to the next area, so. But always good to look around. Never know what you might come across, and you can always check the main, open up the map and look at it, see if you missed anything. There are quite a few hidden areas that you can pretty much pass without even noticing. So. Yeah, see, there's our next area right there. If you want to see where it leads, you click on this. There's your current location. That's where it leads to. these will always be boss areas. So it's a transition area first. This is where you can put up your items. Then of course there are crafting recipes along the way too. And let's see, so put this up. We'll just put everything up. Everything that we found, we'll just throw it in here. Let's see, make sure we get everything organized properly. That's good. Okay, now we'll fight the boss for the first time. So we're gonna come up here and see. I don't think we see anything right here, not yet at least. Okay, so enter. Once you start a labyrinth, you have to kind of stick it out. So just FYI. But yeah. Go ahead and try and get as much damage going as I can. His arrow does hit fairly hard. Basically just, dodge him. That is one of the attacks you definitely want to dodge though. To get bonus keys, your best bet is to avoid killing the generals. That's their rules to gaining bonus keys. So if we look around here, so 1, 2, 3, there's 3 generals. I killed one of them. I really shouldn't have killed him. But if we didn't kill him, that would have added an extra key to his arrow at the end of the labyrinth. He doesn't drop anything until we get to that point. So that's the 3rd time we kill him. Okay, now if we were to look at PoE Lab, the next area links to 2. It'll be the boss area and just a plain one. One of them has Gauntlet, and there's a Dark Shrine in the area that we're in right now. So Dark Shrines are bonuses that you can get through the lab. So we'll go find that. Let's see. Okay, so here's an easy way to see where the Dark Lab is. See that little thing right there? So there's this, even if you're not paying attention, you don't see it. If you see that on the map, right there, look for a switch. Click the switch, a wall will drop. Wall drops, there's always enemies in here, kill the enemies. Okay, so Mysterious Dark Shrine.
The pursuit of power can be a grotesque affair.
Tension mounts, okay, so you can open up this view and labyrinth traps are disabled and aspiration trap. Okay, so you don't have to worry about there being traps during the trial boss fight, which is good. That's a plus. Some of the other bonuses, you can gain regen, you can gain let's see what else. You gain like a 50% damage reduction from the traps. So here, I usually don't like doing this, but let me wipe these guys out real quick. Okay, so you see how much damage that did? Yeah, so if you get one of the buffs, it can actually reduce that by 50%, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so see, this is the freeze when activates. I don't like freeze when activates. However, can we handle it? Yes. Set our traps. Our mines usually won't stay frozen for too long. If you have a flask that removes freeze, you can just pop that. So it's a good thing. I'll take all of those and that. Okay, so let's see what this one does. Again, it's always good to ID these things. Okay, I don't have to worry about getting stuck. Easy, right? Alright, so we got Swift Assembly right here. It's a good one. We've just been kind of leveling Orbital Storms. It's just extra damage. I mean, we can drop it and it'll just do its thing. It's not a whole ton of extra damage, but it's helpful. Flammability, of course, we want leveled, and Flame Dash, of course, we want leveled. So, the higher level the Flame Dash is, the easier it will be for us to get Arcane Surge popped up. Arcane Surge right now currently is level 5. Yeah, you want to avoid getting stuck in traps. Having movement skills, of course, helps. Okay, so decorative chest again. Portal Shredder. Portal will be here. Okay, so this is, this is similar to the generals in the aspect of there's a portal that's going to pop up, enemies will come out of it during the fight. Basically, you want to avoid destroying the portals to gain the extra key, or you can use this and it automatically destroy one of the portals if you need to. Let's see. I didn't miss anything, I don't think. So, as we make our way through. Those are nice. Avoid that. Pick up more of these if you want to upgrade them to the next level. Whatever the case might be, 3 of the same flask equals a higher level flask. Okay, so this will get us. Okay, this takes us to the extra area. That's where we want to go. I mean, obviously. Let's go ahead and wreck this way though. Our way around.
Not all know this, Ari. The son of Esamir met the son of San upon the road to the Imperial throne. His eyes and ears bought and paid for. The Esamite prophet was his blade. His sword. Earned. A pact was forged, with the labyrinth as witness. 2 men separated by blood. 2 men
As
bound
you can
by
see,
hope.
this is one of those areas
men.
that there's 2 types of
And
traps,
only one emperor.
and you really want to avoid both of them. Ooh. Yeah, because it is dangerous to get hit by these traps. See, and this will lead to the boss area. Now, do we need to go there? Not really. Do we want to go there? Yes. See, hidden coffers. This is another thing. In these specific map layouts, there's gonna always be areas like this. You never know, so just look around. If you see like a ledge or something, you can use a movement skill to. Go ahead and do it. You never know what you might get. Leather belt, 37. We'll take it. Because the eye level is probably much higher than the other belt that we have. Oop. So we check it out. Item level is 33, which is good. We can try rolling it. See, item level on this is only level 21. Okay, so I don't think we can teleport. Yeah, we can't teleport out this way, so we still gotta work our way through those traps. Just so you know. Gotta be careful. If you have movement skills, use them here. This is very, this is the exact kind of opportunity that you have with movement skills to avoid traps, etc. Okay, see, this leads directly to the boss. Not actually gonna go fight the boss yet. What I'm gonna do is come in here and deposit the stuff that I've picked up so far. And put up this stuff. Oh, we also had a point, so we'll work our way this way. All the way around. See, and if we cut through here, we can just come to the other area. Like this. See? Okay, in this area, if we look on PoE Lab and we look at the legend, it says there's going to be 2 gauntlets. Okay, so we'll check it out. Work our way through, see if we find anything. I like farming the labyrinth. It's helpful early on for currency and for low-level unique items. Depending on what you're wearing, you can boost that as well. Okay, so this is probably one of the most pain in the butt kind of gauntlets there is. You're gonna have to stand in this aura right here, and as you stand in the aura, the pillar will move. As pillar moves, you follow it. You have to follow it. There is no getting around following it, but you also have to avoid the traps, because the traps will kill you. Like without a doubt, they'll kill you. If you let yourself get overrun, if you really need to take a break, just stop. If you need to find a way around a trap or something, switch positions, switch positions, switch positions, switch positions, switch positions. A lot of the times there'll be switches that will actually change the direction of the traps. But yeah, just work your way through as best as you can. Switch positions as you need to. Once you hear a click, boom, door opens, you're good. It can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. It can be dangerous if you're squishy. This is not something that you have to do. This is just something that you want to do if you want to get more items throughout the labyrinth. That is pretty much it. So pop that, so you've got a treasure key. That is a great thing to have for the end of the labyrinth. Okay. So good job. Good job, us. Ooh. Don't want to die. See how easy it is to take damage from those traps, though? Okay, so let's see. Take care of all these guys. And see, this should actually lead back to the area we were originally in. See? Leads here. This is the side we would have started on had we come in from there. Easy, right? Yes, monsters can be killed by labyrinth traps as well. Wasn't trying to get close to it. So yeah, just work your way through, check everything. It's good to check everything. Helps you level, helps you gain items. You want to get as strong as you can through this whole process. So, cast lightning storm, easy, right? prismatic ore, but does drop other stuff, but it's not stuff that we're interested in. Added lightning damage, some skitter bots. Skitter bots we want maxed out, so just keep leveling it. Our Pyro class mine is almost leveled up again. It's a plus. Okay, we have another point. So now we're gonna get trap damage and throw speed. Okay, so we can see that there's another, here's the other gauntlet back that way. So let's try and work our way, make sure we don't miss anything along the way. Okay, so here's the other labyrinth. I mean the other gauntlet. Let's look through here, see what we gotta do. So, curious lockbox. We'll look around. Okay, so that leads us back to where the boss is. Nothing here. Follow it up like this. Let's see. Keep an eye on the latency. Felt a little lag there. One of the things you have to remember is when you're trying to teleport to an area through traps and stuff like that, do make sure that you have proper pathing. The last thing you really need is click somewhere where you can't even move. So like for instance, I'm clicking this way, but it's not doing anything until I get to that point. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can click through like this. Pretty easy stuff. Ooh. Dangerous. Yeah, see. They do a lot of damage, traps do a lot of damage. It is not, some of this stuff isn't really worth doing just to avoid dying. Okay, so that'll pass through. Safe spots right here. As you can see, it takes out mobs just as well. There's no levers or anything like that, so your best bet is to try and find the easiest path through, which you basically got to go through the middle right here, and then up past one of these. So just like that. Of course, if you have movement skills like I do, you can do things a little bit easier too. And here goes another treasure key. Awesome. Now we'll go fight the boss again. Okay, so we can put the rest of this up. Alright. Okay, this next area, of course, will have the Guardians. And the portals. Let's see. So let's go in here, do our little fight, do our little dance, and see what we can do. I'm not gonna destroy the portals. Alright, so that was him. No portals got destroyed. It's a good thing. There's the tenant right there. We can kill them after. It doesn't really affect anything. It's as you're fighting the boss. So that was good. Alright, so now if we look at PoE Lab, this puts us in an area that actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms. Last one, of course, being the boss room. Best path is going to be, let's see. best path is gonna be going down, then up, and then down again to the last room. So, is there anything else? So there's a dark shrine and a gauntlet up top. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so we'll work our way through here. There doesn't appear to be anything special in this area, so let's go ahead and look through it real quick and work from there. Okay, those are extremely dangerous. They will do a ton of damage and they will put bleed on you. If you can avoid them, do avoid them. Dangerous. See what I mean? I wasn't even. Yeah, I thought I was over here. It didn't still mess with me. Work our way back over here. Of course, we're still gonna check everything out. Still don't want to skip anything if possible. Work our way around. Just looking at everything. Make sure we don't miss anything. Let's see, like there's a little path over here. Hadn't noticed it. Come over here. Oof. Dangerous. Everything else looks good. Come this way. Again, this is one of the traps that least worries me. You can actually, stand in it a bit. It's not that bad. But walk this way. Nothing here. Level up your pyroclast mine as often as it can be leveled. It's very helpful. Wait until this cools off and then head through. And avoiding poison traps is a plus. Poison traps aren't as bad as having the blade sentries or the spinning traps on here. That gets kind of dangerous without a doubt. That's poison, so yeah, I gotta avoid that. Oh. Poison is not fun. It's easily one of the, it's like the fire one, except way worse, because when you get hit by a dart, it really hurts. Wait until it cools off. Do our little teleport. And we made our way through. It's good, right? It looks like we didn't miss anything, so keep moving. Okay, so this one will lead us. Yeah, this is the path that we want to take. And come over here. This will take us to the other area. Looks like we have a little puzzle over here, so that's something we should definitely check out. Go in there in a second. Oop. Make sure that we take care of this. Looks good. Check the area. Make sure we don't miss anything. Looks like we're good, right? Back down. Okay, so this one's not really anything special. Pop this guy open, and everything opens. But if we look over here, as you can see that little area again. So look for a switch, boom. Kill them, get another shrine effect. This time we got. Okay, so we'll get an additional use of the divine font at the end. So divine font adds an extra ability or skill, or I'm not sure how you really want to say it. Basically, like a latent effect on a piece of equipment. For starters, it's gloves, and the effects are okay. There's nothing super powerful in my opinion when it comes to the gloves, but some of the effects can be kind of useful. But yeah, let's get back to where we were supposed to go in, which is right here. This will take us down, and this is a silver cache, silver key area. So we have to find the key, then we can open up the area, and depending on our luck, we'll end up with something decent. Okay, so we're already where the key is right now. So we gotta find a way in. Usually, of course, it's through a set of traps or something like that. Let me clear out some mobs, look around a little bit. So this is the area that we're gonna have to work our way through. It should be pretty easy. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying my best not to use movement skills. I know not everybody is going to either have them or have them set up properly, so you got to do it different route. Dun, dun, dun. Just like that. Now we gotta find the silver door. Easy, easy, easy.
A guide. cornered and quaking. A warrior, watching. The moment bathed in the shadow of doubt. Of an imperial throne and a people made free by an emperor of Izami.
Okay, so here's a silver door. Gets us into the special area.
Struck down.
Usually a fair amount of mobs. Kill them. Not a big deal. Pop all the chests, of course. There's usually a
Spoke of doubt.
special chest somewhere around here.
Of an imperial throne and a people made free
There we go.
by an emperor of Izami.
Ah, see, that's some stuff. Nothing that we personally can use very well, but stuff. Done. It's kind of cool. Alrighty then. Keep moving. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Which way do I want to go? I'll go this way. So these are what you know, these are traps that they're spike traps, but as soon as you step on one of these, that's when it goes off. So dangerous, right? You can also go, again, if you have movement skills, it makes it a little easier. Take care of the mobs, path through. I do want to head over there though, but this will lead us to another silver key / silver door area. Alright, I'm gonna use movement skills this time to get through here. Just like I did right here at the end. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. This will lead us to the boss, I believe. Yes. See? But that's not where we're gonna go. Hidden coffer. Okay, let's see. Switch or something around here? Or ledge? Ah, there it is. Awesome. Okay. We could have went to the boss area to drop off this gear, but in all honesty, we're probably not going to find a whole bunch of stuff, and anything that we do find, we can probably just drop something to grab it. So in this area, it is another silver door, silver key area. So let's make our way through. See what we can find. Currency is a little bit more important while working through here. Solo self-found, of course, if you find a decent item, it's great. If you're not playing solo self-found, currency plays a bigger role in trading and getting items that you do need or want. And so we just focus on making our way through. area over there or something. Nothing. Alright. Scrolls are always a plus. Reno glows. Don't really need that. Grab this. Let's see. There goes that. Okay, so silver key should be this way. Alright, so we passed up the area that we needed to go into. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so this is the area we need to go into. Ah! Gotta be careful. Usually there's a little area like this to the side. There's usually a chest or something at the end. Sometimes you get lucky from this chest. Find something decent.
I need more pockets.
Let's see. Take this, and I don't need that. That was my silver key. Okay, so let's check this way first. The shrine over here. This one's a pretty cool one. It makes basically you're summoning skeletons. They can act as meat shields for you. It's always a plus. Ah, dangerous. Okay, so here's the silver door. This one's nice and small, so we just come in here and pop that. Again, this is exactly why these places are so good. Okay, so we got 2 Chaos Orbs, which in solo self-run aren't that great. But if you are playing, on playing and trading and everything, Chaos Orbs are great. So are Alchemy Orbs early on. They can be traded for quite a few things. And Alchemy Orbs, of course, are useful in general. Just for the fact that you can use them to make rares. So, use them to roll those items that you find. White items and whatnot. And we're not done clearing this area, so keep killing. See, and this has gotten us quite a few levels already. Remember, we were at 34 when we started. We're at 38 now.
I need more pockets.
Oh, I'm out of room. check these gloves out. That's not bad. It's just its defense. I wish it was energy shield. It's good life, good resistance. These are pretty much garbage, other than the life. Yeah, I'll pass. Don't really need this, but I'll take it anyways. Okay. We missed an area there, so let's make our way around real quick. Check out if we missed anything. Grab any items on our way. No. Always worth checking. Okay, now this will get us to the last area. The last area should have a dark shrine and a gauntlet, I believe. So we'll work our way through. Work our way through here. Poison traps. It's never fun. Then again, none of the traps are particularly fun, per se. Gotta be careful though. Work our way through, get some EXP, gain some levels, gain more damage, etc. Always a plus. And I can showcase more of what's going on here, so. Let me try and clear out as much of this area as possible before we, whoop. Yeah, see, these things are not good. Dangerous stuff, I tell you. Okay, so this should be to the boss, more than likely. Yeah. So if we want, go empty our pockets and move back over there to finish up. So let's empty our pockets real quick. Dun, 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 dun. Get all this currency put up. Nice. Now remember, I'm trying my best to play this as if I was playing on hardcore. So. And remember, I'm also doing the solo self-found, even though, in all honesty, this type of build is not really made for that kind of thing, because there are certain uniques you do really need to make this build shine. However, this is just showcasing that, you know, even if you have a build that's not perfect with the gear that you find, you can make it work some way, somehow. Of course, you know, focus defensively if you need to. If you're playing hardcore, of course you're gonna want to focus defensively. You really gotta make sure you have all those resistances. You have a way of getting rid of bleed. You have some sort of damage mitigation, whether that comes from a skill or passive or whatever the case might be. But it's something that you definitely have to consider when you're leveling any build. This build itself is fairly squishy, which is why you try and bump up your energy shield and your life as much as possible. I have one friend, he actually, no matter what he's playing, he tries to boost defense and, you know, that sort of thing. And I mean, it works to an extent, but, you know, your builds are usually based around one of the stats. You know, either it's gonna be defense, it's gonna be evasion, or it's gonna be energy shield. Of course, you're gonna always boost life as much as you can. If you end up having to do a build that relies on mana or energy shield, um, you know, there are a lot of things you have to do. Energy shield is a lot harder to get into right away, so there's usually alternative builds or methods to go by, you know, prior to having the ability to go fully energy shield. Of course, you know, that's basically just focus on life. Focus on passives that add more life percent, add more life, you know, pieces of equipment that add more life directly. It's, you know, it's stuff that you have to take into consideration, especially if you're playing on hardcore. You can play whatever build you want. Now, that said, there are a lot of chances when you're squishy to die and get one shot. Really have to be careful.
Enemies. Behold the first ones to carry him to the forest and fields of his Ezra.
Keep moving.
They were the first ones
So here's a dark shrine here.
God did speak.
Again, you look up here, you can see
Secrets
it.
planted by clever hands and slaves among them.
When you get in here,
And with one
the dark shrine will actually be right in the middle
plucked
of
the
this
life
area.
of the warrior from the first one's doing.
Dangerous. Dangerous. So you gotta be careful. I mean, I don't see where it's at, but there's a switch there. See? Dangerous stuff. Now this gave me... Okay, so I have the acceleration shrine now. So I will move faster, but you still have to be careful because traps hurt a lot. It's probably worth exploring this area to an extent. Now, you see all these little things here? Yeah, we got through there. Dangerous stuff. Let's see, there's one spot over here we didn't get to yet. Alright, so now, got the dark shrine, so now we need to go through the gauntlet that's up this way. Dangerous. Alright. It's probably a similar one. Okay, so this one is just going to be a set of, you know, separated areas, rooms. We'll just call them rooms because, you know, they are rooms in the sense that they have walls and whatnot. You click the levers, they open up other doors, you move on to the next area, etc. But you have to stay pretty cautious around the traps. As you can see, there's it's just damage everywhere. Last thing you want to do is get hit by multiple of these and just get yourself demolished pretty much. Okay, so edge right there seems pretty safe. Oh, right here. Oh. Look around here. That's dangerous. so there's a switch up there we need to go to. Ugh. Okay, again, dangerous place. Is this worth doing? It depends on you. Okay, so here's another area. Gotta try and find the best spot to go to. So I'm not sure if, yeah, I can do that. Okay, so pop this guy. Ah, see, dangerous. Dangerous. These blades are slow though, so pop through like that. That's the gauntlet though. What did we miss though? Okay, so trove right here. Nice. Are these things worth doing? If you're, if you're grinding, yes. But it is always good to be careful, depending on how good or bad you are at dealing with the traps. Okay, now we gotta get back to where we were going, so it's the boss area. And that's not it. Can't remember if it's down this way or what. We'll find out. I don't think it is. I think this leads to the silver room. I think. No, this leads back. Okay, so definitely not where we're trying to go. Make our way through. There's only one other area we can really go to, so. Movement like this is great when you're trying to deal with the boss and whatnot. Make sure I take out all the enemies. Okay, and yes, okay, so this gets us back to where the boss is.
Can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep.
We can put all of this stuff out. We really don't need to carry any of that with us while we're in here. Okay. Now, it's time to go fight the boss. So we don't gotta worry about traps. That's a plus. So usually there'd be traps, see? Right here? We don't gotta worry about those. So, we come in here, deal with this boss as quickly as we can. Oh yeah. Avoid that at all costs. Boom, 2 treasure keys. Kill everything in here. Alright, see, you got helmet. Usually, you pick up everything if you have the storage space in your stash. So we ended up with 4 keys. Okay. So let's put all of this up. Okay, so first we'll start with the divine font. Do we have another set of gloves? That's the question first. This might be worthwhile, maybe. So, do I have any gloves other than what I'm wearing? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So, I'm not going to use the Divine Font just yet. So, we're going to look at the Ascendancy. We're going to be a Saboteur. And so, the skills that we're going to use will be Born in the Shadows. That's a defensive one. As well as Pyromaniac. Those are our two defensive skills that we can use. Pyromaniac is a really great one because it gives us immunity to Ignite and Shock. Regenerate 1 life per second for each mine detonated recently, up to 10% per second, which is fabulous. Reduces mana costs of our mines, our mana reservation of our mines, which is great too. So for me, this is a better one to go with early on. Later, we actually go this route. This is our damage. You could go damage if you want. So your first one would actually end up being, let's see. I don't think that one's it, actually. Explosive Expert. Yeah. Either way, Bomb Specialist. You gain 4% increased area of effect of each mine. Great. 20% increased mine throwing speed if you detonate mines recently. Great. 40% increased damage if you detonate mines recently. Even better. Mines have 20% increased detonation speed. Awesome stuff. If you want to go damage, I highly recommend that. Personally, though, I'm going to go this route because it gives me mine damage, movement speed, and I mean, not that route, this way. Mine damage and movement speed, but it also gives me that regen. The regen is very, very helpful, in my opinion, and so that's why I will go this way. Right here. And it does make a difference, so that was regen from my mine detonation. Awesome stuff. Okay, so we don't really have a good set of gloves. Let's go ahead and pop these chests and see if we get anything nice. I'm just gonna go for the center ones. If we get something good, great. If not, oh well. So we got wild leather. Got a bunch of junk, as per usual. You can also have the opportunity to get another key or another couple of keys from one of these chests, so that's always a plus. And we'll put some of this up real quick. And I'll go through all of it and ID it and whatnot. But for now, I mean, that's the wrap up. Here, let's use the Divine Font thingy. Basically do that. Boom. Word of Force on hit. Not that great. You can get rid of it and do it again. Trigger Word of Fury on hit. It is what it is. Like I said, the ones up for the gloves aren't that great. It's just a little bonus, basically. Once you're done, return to town, sell all the junk and loot that you got, ID everything, figure out what you want to keep, what you want to get rid of. But that's the labyrinth. That is the first labyrinth you will do. That's how you unlock your ascendancy. You become a saboteur. So that's how you go on that path, and I think that's a pretty good explanation for the labyrinth. It's taken a little bit of time, but I wanted to kind of walk through and show y'all everything. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This is Elderofwoe saying over and out.